It's a Team 10 exclusive. We're learning about the final moments before a military jet crashed into San Diego Bay.
Oh my God, you can see this is the live video. Oh my God.
Surveillance
You can
cameras
see,
captured the
oh
jet in
damn.
February,
It's so fast that you can not even capture it.
nosediving before slamming into the water, narrowly avoiding nearby homes and boats. At
Yeah, this is the all homes narrowly he avoided 8,000 feet before crash.
the time, the Navy didn't
Hmm.
say why the pilots
This is the
made the
footage.
decision
Oh
to
my God. Oh my God.
eject. But now Team 10 has learned what investigators say led to the mishap. Investigative reporter Austin Grabish uncovered documents that reveal the frantic scene in the cockpit.
All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's see.
It happened so fast, it's
All right. So fast. You can see so fast. You cannot even fathom it.
almost hard to believe. Watch again as this $67
Yes, 60.
million Navy jet
$67 million Navy jet.
drops from the
67.
sky, creating an explosion in the water near
You can see how deep it will go. You can understand.
Shelter Island.
As the Navy now works to try to figure out
You
what
can
brought this
see.
plane down, we're learning more about the aircraft and its history.
I was there after the crash, speaking
Yes, this person, news person,
to
it was there.
residents who heard the EA-18
They are making things.
growler fly above them.
It was super, super loud, and then it just
They are the people heard Gloria before crash, Claire Jones.
cut out. Like there was no noise after that. So I was like, what's going on?
All of a sudden,
He was also there, the Dylan Brand.
the engine just cut out. Sounded like there was no more noise.
After the mishap,
There is no noise. Like if private jet flies, it's a noise. There's no noise. There's sleep silent. That's because in Oscar Towers they are saying
the Navy said the jet crashed while trying to land at North Island on
they're trying to jet up from there because they are trying to get all the mechanisms from, and it was a $67 million jet.
Coronado. The reason the two pilots who escaped with
Two pilots stay with the minor injuries as well. You can see these are the two pilots. One is right here, parachute. Second is right here. They ejected themselves.
minor injuries ejected wasn't disclosed. Neither was how long the jet was in the air.
This is the pilot. You can see Brandon Wheat, H&M landing San Diego. This is the images of them saving each other.
Unmanned. But now, 10 months later, Team 10 has
Yes, 10 months later, we have something in the ground.
discovered that after the pilots ejected, the growler climbed about 8,000 feet
8,000 feet.
before plunging for roughly a minute and 15 seconds.
Yes, 1 minute and 15 seconds is around 75 seconds total.
If this aircraft had continued on even a second more, it could have hit Shelter Island or flown into a populated neighborhood
Yes, that can happen, and it can. Someone can die from it.
Point Loma. Very, very close to a tragedy.
Team 10 has also uncovered what the pilots reported went wrong to investigators after the crash. Documents we obtained from the Department of War reveal frantic
This is what we have right now. This is gonna blow up everything that happened to it.
confusion inside the cockpit. I obtained the pilot's witness statements after filing a Freedom of Information request. The
Yes, now there are some.
documents say the crew had a minor fuel leak in the air.
Yes, in the midair, minor fuel leak was happening.
A pilot reported the crew decided to return to base to avoid further fuel transfer issues later in the
They wanna go to the base and just land it there. But what really happened wrong from there, we're gonna know it now.
flight when we were 500 miles off the coast. As they prepared to land, they learned there was water on the runway at North Island.
Yes, there's a water on the runway, and if they land, they can slip on it. They can not able to land it and just let it crash because they do not let that happen.
I turned to retired Air Force accident investigator Rich Martindale to
Is the investigator retired airplane?
get help understanding what went wrong.
The runway gets slick because of
He's the retired Air Force accident investigator.
the water, whether it's standing water or just a damp runway.
Yes, it's the damn water.
Your braking action is not going to be as good.
The documents we've obtained say the front seat pilot reported his brakes felt mushy, or at least a bit different than normal. Fearing the jet wouldn't stop in time, he started a go-around.
Yes, it can happen. So it is the video of it.
That's when a pilot aborts a landing and brings the aircraft back in the air to make another approach.
Yes, like he aborted the landing and then goes back to the air and wanted to come back for the land if it can happens. The brake is also the problem. The water at the is also the problem at the landing area, and these are the two problems here out now. The brakes are not like normal ones.
As the pilot did that, a concerned tower controller called out not enough runway. The pilot says this added confusion at a critical moment. He told an investigator it felt like the jet was not going flying and the water was approaching fast, so I called for ejection with eject, eject, eject. And then
Yes, they 4 times they said eject, 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 eject. And that's how they said. They are so in hurry, like eject, 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 eject. They are like, all right, we have to go do this, or we are be dead.
we pulled the handles.
The tower controller
Yeah. Handles mean the handles. If you pull it, and you're already sitting there with the parachutes on, and if you pull the handle, it will eject you. The area of your upside, the area, glass area, the you can see through glass area, it will open, and your seats will eject you up. And then you have to open your parachute right before then when it's the right area.
was not in a position to be able to adequately ascertain the status of the aircraft, how fast it was going, how much runway was left. They're not a pilot, so I don't think he or she was really qualified to say not enough runway. And by doing that, that injected doubt.
Help me understand what
Yes.
happened at the very end here, because they were on the runway.
They were
Yes, they were on the runway, but what happened at the last moment that it lead to
on
this?
the runway. They may have gotten airborne before they ejected, but they may have ejected on the runway. If they ejected on the runway, the airplane now has the throttles full forward. Nobody's pulled it back. It's going to take off. And then it looks like what it did is stalled. So it got nose high, ran out of airspeed,
See,
came back around. Then the video we see of it going into the water nose first just all happened after the ejection.
After Team 10 obtained the documents, the Navy told us it ruled out mechanical failure and
yes, it was not a mechanical failure, they said, all right.
concluded the crash stemmed from human error made worse by
What? They are saying it's a human error. The pilot's error is this because it's not enough runway.
adverse weather. A spokesperson with the U.S. Pacific Fleet says the investigation determined the aircraft was unable to safely stop on the runway due to wet runway conditions
Yes, they are saying the wet runway is the condition.
and landing with a tailwind. The pilot should have instead executed maximum braking techniques, adding
Something like that. The maximum braking technique, they should have done it.
the U.S. Navy has well established and rigorous programs for crew resource management, adherence to training rules, professionalism, and airmanship. In the days
All right, they're gonna do this if something is like that. All right.
and weeks that followed the crash, leadership across the enterprise reinforced to all crews that strict adherence to these programs is critical to safe and effective flight operations.
Yeah, all right. This is the video last one we got from it.
Martindale still believes the air traffic controller's warning played a role.
He may have made a different decision. I'm sure
All right, this can be a human error they are trying it.
that call had some influence on his decision to call for the ejection.
A split-second call that came close to ending in tragedy. Austin Grabish, Team 10.
It's the tragedy is not happened right there, but they lost the plane. I guess there would be a minor like $5 million to get it back from the parts that were destroyed, but it's all right, I guess.